Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back to another episode of the Absolutely Sir podcast. I'm one of your hosts, D. Good.
I'm Cleveland's Trump.
T. Robinson. Welcome back, fellas.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We got T on the ones and twos today.
Yeah, I'm about to make this a little exciting.
Hey, I just want to remind you guys, before we get going today, we are on Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts coming soon.
Yes, sir.
You can't watch us on YouTube. Throw us on in the background. Keep on listening.
Another one.
We got another one coming.
Absolutely, every week.
Yes, sir.
Keep them coming.
Hey, man, I want to show you guys something real quick. I'm sure you already peeped when you came into the studio this morning.
What's that?
The Apple Watch, sir. The Apple Watch, sir.
Welcome to the gang. Welcome to the gang. Welcome to the gang.
Congratulations.
Yes, sir.
And he got the Nike one, like he about to be running down the street with it.
Well, you know, get out back and run around the tennis court a little bit.
I like that.
Hey,
So what's your thoughts on it so far?
Hey, I'm glad to be back, man. You know, working. Got the notifications on the wrist.
He couldn't get the walkie-talkie to work, though.
Yeah.
So he might be a little defective.
Hey, man, you got stock in Apple, so I'm going to need you to hook it up for me.
Make the call.
Can you put your hands like on the opposite side of this mic right here, sir? Thank you.
I'm not sure what to do with my hands.
Oh, he got the Will Ferrell going.
I'm not sure what to do with my hands. Yeah, so we'll put the hands back here. Absolutely,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Right.
There we go.
Yeah, so we back at it. We still got drink from last week.
Yeah.
Hey, I might need something to loosen up a little bit here this morning.
I think we all do. I think we should make this a tradition.
So
Man, they about to make me an alcoholic.
Listen, everybody who watched
go
week
with
5
with this one
just
here.
released today. Look at Trump's face by the end of that episode.
I was busted.
slumped over in the
Slumped.
chair.
Hey, I think Devin had the most drinks that episode though.
Probably. No shame in my game.
All right.
No shame in my game.
I ain't eat nothing today either, so
Me either.
We got a rookie stomach.
oh man.
What you want, this or that?
Whatever one. I
That's
don't care.
the pre-made one, T-made.
So listen, this is the true test of the drink, right?
Oh, yeah, I
It's
should have
pre-mixed.
some of that.
Do we need some ice with that or
Nah,
straight?
you good. Now you got your big boy pants on now. Oh,
Okay.
no, we ain't gonna take it easy.
You said,
Okay.
You said, hold on a second.
Oh, this a real
Let's go a little bit
okay,
more.
we start with straight shots and then pop bottles.
Yes, sir.
That's
Okay.
that's the process, man.
All right.
Trust the process.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. Open my nose up, my nostrils.
You got it? You got it? Cheers, fellas. Episode 6.
Cheers.
So 6.
So 6.
Hey, don't shoot this one back, T.
T on the ones and twos.
Smooth. You good? You good?
Yeah. It's a little strong. That's the first thing that hit my palate today.
Yeah.
Hey, man. You don't drink no water when you wake up?
I didn't today. Today I was busy.
Oh shit.
Word. All right, then. I got a question for you guys,
What's
just
going on?
because, you know, I'm trying to hit everything we talk about on the notes. I don't know what I'm about to learn about, but talk to me about the worst era of music in Cleveland.
The worst era, you getting right into it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he went straight
I'm trying. Yeah,
Let me take a sip on that one.
for the
please,
nose
sir.
dive.
Please. I know you guys are heavy in the music industry in Cleveland.
You know
and,
what?
I want to know.
Before we answer,
Okay.
since you're not in the music scene,
Yeah.
coming from a fan perspective,
Okay.
what do you think the worst era was?
The worst era of music? I don't know, man. I think it all has its
Don't give me the political correct.
Yeah, he was scared.
Yeah, give me the worst era of
was
music.
scared.
in
I can't
Cleveland.
even label, like, I know there was a Chopped and Screwed. There was the Dirty Dirty South. I don't even know what it's called, moving up to Cleveland and New York. And there's the West Coast. I don't know what it was all called. I'm not even going to lie to you. I just listened to it.
I think the question he's asking is, out of the local music, regional music, you know, not taking into account the West or the East or
Okay.
South, the music that came out of this vicinity to you.
I'm going to go with the Cap'n era.
Mother. All right, man.
Absolutely,
That's-
sir.
All right.
Listen, man. He stole our answer though. You know, he reading the notes and stealing our answer, but it's cool though.
Can't even read.
You know, the capping era.
Yeah, talk to me about this a little
It was
bit.
a fun time though. I ain't gonna lie, it was a fun time.
I agree. Tell me about it.
It was a lot of music coming out during that time.
All right.
There was a lot of music on the radio at that time too. But what it did was it stained us. Everybody from the outside looking in, it's like, oh, them motherfuckers lying. They ain't got this, they ain't got that. They capping about everything they got.
Okay.
And they making that a style. So now when we traveling outside the state and you a real one and you bump into some more real ones and you say you from Cleveland, they automatically look at you like, you lying.
I see where it originated now then. Okay.
Lying.
Okay.
You know, that's what rap is. You know?
But I think we just embraced it differently because everybody was doing it.
Everybody.
You had Flip and you had all these guys outside of there in other cities doing the same thing. It was just
Flip, man.
We embraced it and kind of owned it.
Yeah, it was and it hurt us though, man. It hurt us because we haven't had nobody really blow from the city, and we get overlooked. So now we had to adapt every city around us style. We got to adapt to their style and become like them. So we lost our identity because of that. Because it's not sustainable. You can't cap about everything when music and hip hop is based on your real life story.
Yeah.
Right.
Like you go back to the essence of it. It's people telling their real life story.
Right.
And you got the pioneers of it. If they listen to some cap rap and they know for sure that you're doing it on purpose, it's like, this is a fucking joke.
That makes sense. Taking away from credibility.
No, I agree. I think music in general, as the music evolved everywhere, it became that. You know what I mean? Like when you got kids, because music is generally the youth that push it. So when you got kids doing music, they just repeating things that you know couldn't be true, right? Like you can look up on YouTube or any other platform, you can see some kids in the middle of the country talking about how many bodies they got, because that's the sound that's hot right now, right?
Right.
It's that post drill era, you know what I'm saying, where drill kind of evolved into this type of music. So, I mean, I think that's the nature. I just think we owned it at that time.
Yeah, it became a part of who we are, our identity to the world. And I think that hurt us a lot more than it helped us. It hurt us a lot. And nowadays, you still see people nowadays still capping.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. I feel like a lot of music nowadays is just that.
That's what it is. That's what it evolved into.
Yeah.
Right. Renting cars and renting jewelry and
like I think I was on TikTok or Instagram or something like that.
it's all over the place,
I seen a
man.
dude at the gas station. It was a dude that pulled up in maybe a Benz or something, whatever it was, a foreign car, and another dude waited for him to go into the gas station, and then he started shooting a video in his car, like standing in front of his car.
Yeah, I've seen that with a couple different cars, Teslas
like,
and the Benz and the Audis. Yeah,
listen, man, it's too expensive to be fake, man. It's too expensive to be fake.
Indeed.
It's free to be you.
it is. Yeah. Snoop Dogg said it best. I showed you that clip from Snoop Dogg on Joe Rogan. I don't know. You listen to Joe Rogan at all?
I do not listen to
Snoop
Joe
Dogg
Rogan.
was on there. We played a little clip, and Snoop's just talking about how he's remained himself after all these years, and people always come up to him and ask him how he does it. He's just like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about how people look at me. I'm going to be me. I have the most fun being myself.
Yeah, I think when you aren't authentic or aren't who you are, it's more difficult to keep up with that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what makes the fame a little miserable for people.
Right.
If they become a character and you generate a lot of attention based off this character, and you got to keep that character all the time, right? You got to keep that costume on all the time, and that's miserable chasing that thing. You using that costume to maintain your life.
Right.
Because you might wake up one day and just want to be normal.
Yeah,
But
you don't want
can't
to
be
put on
normal.
that act. Yeah.
You can't. Because now you didn't put on a persona that you got everything in the world.
Right.
So now you going broke, trying to impress people that don't give a fuck about you for no reason, just so you can keep up with this persona that I got it. It's like there's no longevity in that.
Yeah, it's not. It's beyond the money. It's just who's happy being someone other than themselves.
People just trying to create misconceptions about themselves.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the nature of entertainment, though, right?
Right.
If you're naturally entertaining, then that's what people would coin special. They got the it. This is a star. I think it's those people who naturally have the it in their natural being, right? Like you could hear DMX talk to his kids and it sounds like a record. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit's a record.
Yeah.
Like, come here, baby. It's like you got guys, you can listen to Jay-Z talk and it's kind of like his persona is who, these guys' personas are who they are. So it's like it's marketable. It's easy for them.
And then on the music side, on the music manager or the music business side of that, it's like we talking to the artists and they wondering why they ain't pop. And it's like, why you ain't helping me sell it? It's like, no, it ain't our job to sell it. Mm-hmm. This is what you wanted to do.
Right.
You got to go out there and sell it. Sell everything that you saying.
Whatever you create, that's the bed you got to lay in, right? So if you hold yourself, I always believe that people only hold you to the standard that you hold yourself to.
Absolutely.
That you create. So if you create this thing, you got to maintain that thing that you created.
Right.
And that's a hard, that's a hard hill to die on sometimes if you're not authentic with it. If it's not who you are, then it's like, all right, let me wake up and put this costume on and go out in the world and be this person that I created, this character.
That's why so many people are miserable, man.
A lot of
not even just celebrities and musicians, man. Just people we run into every day.
Yeah, I think that's the power of social media, though, right? Because it made everybody a celebrity in their own mind. Mm-hmm. In your page, you're a celebrity. You know what I mean? So it's like, let me maintain this. Mm-hmm. Like, no, every day can't be a great day.
No,
it's impossible. But you couldn't tell it on social media.
It's the first day of school.
Every day. I haven't seen one person post from a room in the dark and say, "Damn, my lights out,
my water shut off."
Like not yet.
Yeah.
Like damn.
You're right.
Everybody having fun, laughing. It ain't no.
It's a vacation.
Ain't no realness to it.
It's a vacation. Take me back. Flashback. Friday. Throwback Thursday.
That's why I try to go on there and talk to my fellas, man, just to get them on. Get them on track.
Put you on the spot right now. What you got for the fellas right now?
Right now, listen, fellas. All right, this is off the top of my head right now. All right, fellas. If you coming over somebody's house and you see that their house is clean, it's, you smell spick and span, Comet, or Pine Sol everywhere because they just cleaned their house. Don't leave your fucking black and mild papers everywhere. All right, clean your fucking black and mild papers up. All right, don't leave the tobacco in there, the cancer stick in there. Don't just leave it on the floor, all right? Clean that shit up.
Please.
Gotta do better, fellas. We gotta do better.
Got to, man. Don't do that. That's it.
That's it.
That's much appreciated. I'm sure the audience enjoys those as well.
Yes, absolutely, sir. I appreciate that. Yeah.
But I agree with you, man. It's hard to keep up with that facade, man. So
you've been spending some fire on those.
Thank you, man. I try to.
He's passionate about that.
Yes, he is.
He's passionate about that.
Is that for the youth or is that just?
No, it's for men in general. Because right now, a lot of fathers are absent, so a lot of people being raised by Google and YouTube and social media.
Or Cleveland Trump's Instagram page.
Exactly. I just want to go on there. First of all, I want to just have some fun though, because there's so much negativity on there. So I just want to go on there and have some fun. I want to go on there and just talk to my guys, man. Like,
absolutely, sir.
Like, listen, man, we gotta do better, man. We the kings. We gotta lead by example. We gotta do better, man. So if I could just change one person's life,
they change somebody else's,
and they change somebody else's.
It's inspirational. What we got for that?
He's that guy. He's that guy.
Try to be that guy.
I wouldn't drop it on you, but no, I agree, man.
Should have dropped it on me, man.
Nah, man.
He's about to drop. What was it?
Drop it now.
No, man.
Come on.
It's just pages and pages. I
Unfiltered.
wouldn't do it.
Okay.
You gotta go with the
Thanks,
flow.
man. I appreciate it.
Hey, man.
Let him
Absolutely.
live. Let him live. I almost hit him with the record scratch. But you know, I think that's what the authenticity is. One thing you had back in the or the perception of it back in, you know, earlier hip hop times. Like I said, I think in the one podcast we talked about it like a few weeks ago, that hip hop is one of the only genres that's held to that standard. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Of authenticity. Like we expect that the author of this song is this rapper.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That was the whole controversy with Drake and you know that whole thing. Mm-hmm. We expect that just because of where it came from, and once you commercialize it, it becomes a different monster.
Right.
You know, like I think the era of No Limit, that era, you know, you kind of the crew era. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? After that era, it became, I think that generated so much revenue for hip hop.
The list goes on and on and
that
on.
It became commercial. When you saw P get, what was it? I think 40. Cash Money come behind him and get something
30.
Ridiculous. For those of you that don't know, No Limit is a music label. Let's inform the audience as well.
Yes, No Limit Records.
I know some people.
Master P.
Thank you.
Silk the Shocker. C Murder.
Let you live.
Mystical.
Bro, I've had some people come at me and what the hell are you guys talking about? And I had to go.
Really?
Some people, yes. Some people, yeah. I ain't Netflix and chilling, bro.
that's the difference. That's the difference in the eras, man. Like that's crazy. That's crazy.
Give me your guys' top 2 out of that label.
Out of No Limit.
Out of No Limit. Yep.
Off the top is Mystical for me. Off the top is Mystical.
I got 2. Easy for me.
And
he ain't finished.
Go ahead.
I would say C Murder.
I'm gonna cut him off.
Mystical and C Murder.
Okay.
So you was a big.
I like Mac too, though. I like Mac too.
Mac was dope. Mac was dope. So how about you?
I'm gonna go with Snoop and UGK.
See, he was that new No Limit.
Yeah, he was.
He from the new No Limit.
Yeah. Snoop and UGK. I know they're both.
Wait,
UGK. You can't count UGK.
You could count UGK.
You can't count
bro.
UGK part of No Limit.
Why not?
Because P didn't have no UGK.
Bro.
It's historically rumored that P was about to put his hands on one of the UGK at one point in time.
All right, fine. I got Snoop then. That's all I got.
You got Snoop. Damn it. Or I'm gonna go. My 2 from No Limit is Mystical and Fiend.
Fiend. Mr. Womp Womp.
Listen, Fiend.
He gotta be him. Womp Womp.
There's one in every family. It's a classic. You can go front to back. It's a classic.
Yes. No, I like Fiend voice too.
Fiend was dope.
Yeah. Respect.
Fiend was dope.
Respect. Sorry I didn't have another one.
Womp Womp.
You brought the fake answer to the table, Dale. Man.
Bro.
You gotta do your homework, man. On this.
Listen, man. We gotta do a better job at schooling Devin.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think he lived through the No Limit era.
I didn't.
So he didn't go back and do his research on
too young.
No excuse.
It's okay though, cause
no excuse.
Listen, it's a lot of people that's your age right now.
About to take this one to the head, man. Go ahead.
No, don't shoot that one back, man.
I won't.
We gotta watch him.
He wanted to.
This is like an AA meeting too, though. So we gotta make sure that
group therapy.
Absolutely,
group therapy.
Absolutely, man. We definitely gotta keep you updated on some of the old school music, though.
Yeah.
So
I hear it. I just don't know what's going on with it.
It's okay, man. It's okay.
I hate
the disappointment in his voice.
Old school though. I hate
retro.
Yes, it's retro.
Retro.
It's crazy. We the old guys now.
The pioneers.
Shit, can we be pioneers? What do you call the pioneers?
Pioneers. Old heads.
So those are the old heads. So what do you call the middle range?
They don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, once it was Pioneer Waterland at that point. They got watered down.
Listen, it's controversial. Yes. That's like the question, who's the GOAT? Bron or Jordan. It sits right in that area, right?
Bron or Jordan?
Who's the GOAT?
Is that a question?
Who's the GOAT?
You asking?
I'm throwing it out there. It's right on the table. Who's the GOAT?
Listen,
LeBron James.
listen, LeBron James.
LeBron James.
That's
No, hold
Leave that
on.
one.
No. I got it.
All right.
Listen, I grew up when Mike was his most dominant.
Right. 90s.
I've seen every Chicago Bulls game.
Every game.
Not in person.
Okay.
Not in person.
But on TV, you
But on
watched
TV.
every single.
I was
Chicago
a huge
game. Okay.
Michael Jordan fan.
Okay.
I wanted to walk like him. As a matter of fact, I got to walk just like him too. I might bring that out one day. Listen.
Answer the question, man. Listen.
I gotta give you the. All right, listen.
I need
Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is the all-time great.
Okay.
He cut my answer off. Go ahead.
All right.
Thank you.
I already answered mine.
LeBron
James.
All right. So, Mike's the GOAT, in my opinion.
Okay.
LeBron is TBE. He the best ever. That's my answer.
But
They exist in two different categories, right?
yes.
So LeBron is the best player to ever play. I don't think too many people can even argue
I don't
with
think
that.
that.
LeBron
Okay.
is the best
So-
player to ever play. You can't argue with that.
Yes, you can. Let me tell you why.
Statistically, you cannot argue.
Let me
with
tell you
that.
this. Let me tell
We
you this.
just appreciate
Because
greatness.
you talking about statistically, right? I'm talking about skillfully. Kyrie is a more skillful player than LeBron.
No.
Yes.
No, because listen, to say the best, you cannot just take his skill into account. LeBron is the longevity, the physical attributes, and the dominance over that period of time. Like you can't take that away and say, okay.
That's why Mike is the best,
No.
because he was more skillful
No.
than LeBron.
Maybe it's scoring. Look at it the other.
Wait,
Rebounding, passing.
Are we watching the same thing?
No.
Sorry.
And I'm not hating on I think Bron is number 3. I think it's Kobe next and then Bron.
See, that just show you, y'all just getting a glimpse into Trump's personality. Like, Trump is a shoot first player. Give me the ball, ISO, let me do what I want to do player. Listen, LeBron is 6'8", probably 250 to 270.
Right?
Can pass, can push the rock, he can do everything on the court.
No mid range.
Statistically, what numbers is he on the scoring chart right now?
I don't know.
Third, I think.
Like third.
No, second. Or third.
LeBron, what's his field goal percentage? It's like
30%?
no, absolutely not. Absolutely
Oh,
not,
it's
sir.
His 3-point is like 30%. If that.
It's about 40. It's about 40.
His
and some
mid
change.
range is awful.
Listen,
LeBron is number 3 on the all-time
Listen.
scoring list.
listen.
Okay.
Let me
And listen,
select.
I'm not hating on
50%
LeBron
field
either.
goal
He
percentage
my
on his
top
career.
3.
Listen,
He going to the board.
listen.
Yeah.
I don't believe it. What's
You
going
said
on right now.
30%, bro. 50. Try 50.4
Okay.
on the career. Yes.
Listen, LeBron is statistically the best player to ever play the game. If you put him his attributes all together, he's going to chart out on every chart, whether it's assists, whether it's scoring, whether it's rebound. He's going to be there. He's got some rings. Mike is the GOAT. He's the greatest. But I think we judging him on two different things.
I think it's more than just one thing that you got to take into consideration. I think Mike was more athletic than LeBron. I think he was more skillful.
I
think his mid range was better. I think his 3-point shot was better.
Ooh.
His fadeaway was better.
Okay.
His dominance was undeniable.
Yes.
Was undeniable. And I think the closest I've seen LeBron to Mike is in his Miami days. Those had me
I agree.
scared.
That was LeBron's college days.
Man, LeBron was a monster, and I think that's what we live off of. Because the later years of LeBron he's not that good. Like he became.
What did he just say?
Listen,
It's not that good.
he's not as good as he was. All right, And listen, I'm talking about on NBA level. I'm not talking about like on street level. So when I say not that good, I'm talking about as he was.
Bruh.
And of course it's
One more
gonna happen
time,
though.
T. One more
right?
time.
Listen, of course he's not gonna be
Bruh.
as good as he was this year 18. Right?
Bruh.
All right. Listen.
LeBron is in year 18. Still
I want to pull up his last 10 games.
playing at an extremely high level.
Absolutely. 100%. I'm not denying that. He's my number 3. I can't put him over Kobe.
How can you dismiss his statistics?
Because what make me overlook that is sometimes he gives up. And I can't respect that. I remember watching the game. Sorry, I remember watching the game when he gave up, and it did something to me.
That's fair.
It did something to me,
I respect that.
and I never seen that with Kobe or Michael.
That's the first fair point
All right.
you brought up.
All right,
But he's still my number 3. I'm not saying LeBron is trash. Like I watched.
Is he the best player today?
No.
Who's the best player?
I got a couple people on that list for me right now.
Let's hear him.
I got KD.
Okay.
I got Giannis.
Okay.
Yeah, you just talked about mid range. You threw Giannis in there.
Yeah.
You knocked LeBron for the mid range, and then you threw Giannis in there.
Listen,
Are you serious?
He's
What year?
dominant as hell.
What year is
He's an athletic
what year?
freak.
What year is Giannis in though?
What is fourth, fifth?
Wait till he get into his prime. Wait till he develop that
6,
mid
7.
range.
Yeah.
Because right now everybody know he gonna drive and they still can't stop him.
Yeah.
He's 6'11".
He's right. He's right.
He's
He said a
6'11",
lot of stupid shit, but
Like
he's
a
right about
gazelle.
that one.
and like a gazelle moving up and down the court, dude. Like,
Listen, Ja Morant,
what about him?
that boy is a beast.
You're putting him in your
Okay.
top 3 right now?
No, he said
All right.
in the NBA right now.
But let me
And
explain.
I gotta say Kyrie too.
All right, let me explain to you why I'm gonna shoot holes in your players. Right,
Okay.
pure athleticism only lasts 7 seasons. If you just look at it in the
Okay,
NBA,
that's the lifespan.
most
of
players who get in off athleticism and flourish off athleticism, it'll only take them 7 years before they have to develop some other skill set because the wear and tear on their body. If you
It's like Blake Griffin.
it's just exactly Blake was jumping out the gym, stopped jumping out the gym. Now Blake is kind of
coming off the bench.
yeah, he's one of those guys,
He's in New
right? So
New
Ja
Jersey,
Morant
yeah.
is what, 20, early 20s.
He's like 22.
Yeah, so he's jumping out the gym. He trying to take flight and everything. But what happens when those skills kind of diminish, right? He just turns to Mike Conley.
No,
Are you serious?
Serious.
dead serious.
What's his 3-point percentage?
I don't know.
What's his mid
Probably
range?
40. His mid.
So-
he probably 45% 3-point mid range.
So how can
probably
you say
50.
you don't know? Right? You threw all LeBron's statistics of why.
Because I could see his skill. I could see that. I
What
could see
skill?
his court vision.
All right, right
You
now.
can't see LeBron's?
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I can. Of course,
This season, Ja Morant is shooting 39% from the 3.
39%.
I said 40.
He is shooting 49% field goal.
I said 50.
So
Okay, and that's with his athleticism. When you subtract that, and that's a big part of his game, is it not?
he's
You-
22.
You
Is it
ain't-
not a
wait till
big
they-
part of his game?
Wait until they develop him.
Is it not a big part of his game?
It is.
Listen, players have been playing this sport in this era for 80% of their lives, right? The evolution of his skill set is not going to be, I mean, it's what it's going to be. It's going to get a little better here, may a little get a better there, but the style of play he plays and the player he is, he's who he is.
No, the execution is going to increase. His court vision is going to increase. His skill set is going to increase. His decision making is going to increase.
Okay.
You've seen all that happen this year. He took a huge step this year.
I like Ja Morant. I wish we had drafted him to the Cavs or pursued him.
Man. Listen, what we watching? James Harden. That's a person that didn't get better to me.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious. James
Since
Harden.
when? Like this year, his career when?
Like, I could say the last 4 or 5 years, James Harden, I haven't seen nothing new from him. Nothing, no increases in skill from him.
Listen, they changed the rules for James Harden.
I understand that, but that's not in the last 4 or 5 years, James Harden. That's longer than that.
No, they changed the rules for James Harden
for this season.
He made
this season.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know the pump fake, get the defender to jump into you.
Can't do that now.
Can't do that no more because of James Harden.
Okay.
The whole gather step is James Harden.
The Euro.
The gather step.
Oh yeah, the
gather.
Shot. Mm-hmm.
This is James Harden.
Mm-hmm.
That's his impact on the game.
No,
like he's one of the most prolific scorers that you ever had. He got the sleepy old man game, but it's a mean game.
Have you seen his skill rise?
Yes.
No. James Harden's skill set hasn't risen.
Do you know how talented you have to be to play the style of game that James Harden plays?
I respect that because I hate the way he plays, but you gotta respect it.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Listen, he's not the fastest.
No.
Not the most.
Defense is terrible.
Okay, I'm not on that side of the ball yet. I'm just on the offensive side. But listen, he's not the fastest. He doesn't have a 40-inch vertical. He's not the greatest ball handler. But still, somehow, some way, James Harden is ingenuitive enough that he can always get a bucket. He is a walking bucket.
At the free throw line.
At the free throw line.
Listen, that's what I'm saying. His IQ is high.
The through the lane sweep.
Keep
I know,
the ball
I'm just
low.
being
a hater.
Bring the ball up.
I know.
That's his IQ. It's not a skill. That's his IQ.
IQ is a skill. It contributes to the skill.
I can agree with that, but not 100%.
What are you saying to me?
Because
right
a coach can
you're not saying that to me.
Listen,
a
coach can have a high IQ of the game, but can't play none of the plays.
He doesn't need to play them. He's a coach.
That's what I'm saying. James Harden IQ is high, but he doesn't have the skill to execute everything in his IQ.
James Harden. Did James Harden win an MVP? I know he's scoring titles.
Did he win?
He's several scoring titles.
I don't think he got the MVP.
Russ got some scoring titles, but
hold on.
He ain't a skillful player.
I don't think Russ got scoring titles. I think he got triple doubles.
2018, he did. Was named MVP.
So you telling
points.
me this guy, this prolific scorer, is not skilled?
I'm telling you,
this is crazy.
No, listen. I'm not saying. I'm not saying he like.
If y'all tune out now,
I'm not saying he don't
I
have
apologize
no skills
in advance for this episode.
I'm not saying he don't have no skills.
This does not even sound like real life.
I'm not saying he don't have no skills. I'm saying his skills, he hasn't. I don't see the growth in his skills.
I can agree to that. Just because he has a boring play style. And it just seems to say stagnant.
But do you know how crazy
not to say he's not good. He executes very well. I don't know.
Hey, listen, man.
I'm a hooper.
You're a hooper. This is a professional.
I could have played.
Listen,
I got.
You could have played AAU level 3.
No, listen. Let me tell you something.
He's about to tell us he was going to the league.
I got 4 different levels. All right.
He's going to the league.
Here we go.
I got high school.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I got college.
Okay.
I got NBA, and I got NBA All-Star.
Who?
Me.
So this is another tale you telling me.
I can adjust my game to those 4 different levels at any time. If I walk on the court walking like Michael Jordan, just get off the court.
Sasquatch.
Yeah, just like you seen those wolves over on 79.
Absolutely.
Hey, for the record, those might have been coyotes.
No, sir. No, sir.
Listen.
Would you guys rather, completely different subject here, rather explore the deepest parts of the ocean or outer space?
All right. So it's no oxygen in neither.
No, without any precaution. Like you could do either one of them safely, full visibility, kind of just like zooming around, whatever you want. Just like humor.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. If it was a possibility.
That's a great question. I think I would do I would do the ocean.
Okay. Why?
Because I just think there's a lot of shit down there. We don't know what's down there.
For sure.
And it's accessible. And I think the knowledge of it could just help you in your day-to-day life, right? If you just, you might find a diamond mine down there, some bitch. You know what I'm saying? But out in space, I'm just floating around out here in nothingness, looking for something. That's kind of oxymoronic to me.
What if you find these other civilizations and these different galaxies and
then I come back? What benefit is it to me?
Fuck, guys, there's aliens.
Man, there's aliens walking around anyway. I seen one the other day.
No, that was Sasquatch. She dipped off into
with
the
this
kitty
mental
park over there.
with mental illness out here. It's some people out here you like, man. This shit is a.
No, I agree.
So I would rather explore outer space because I know that there's no end to that.
Right.
Like I know that the outer space is deeper than the ocean. So I want to explore as much as I can to gather as much information about our world as I can because like it's still a lot of stuff that I don't know.
It's not our world though. It's our galaxy. It's our universe.
Right, but I'm talking about Earth, right? There's still a lot of stuff about Earth that I don't know that you can find the answers to in outer space.
Yeah.
Right. You can travel 20 years to get to the sun. Mm-hmm. So what are you seeing in that 20 years span of traveling? Like what are you encountering? Like those you bring back with information like, look, this is what's out here. This is what's on its way to us in 10 years. This is how we prepare for that. This is another life form right here that we can bring back that can heal this. Or we go to a different planet and they got, I don't know, let's say they got what did the Black Panther have? And
what, vibranium?
Vibranium. They have vibranium and on this planet that we can bring back that's gonna do this or do that, or it's like we still got stuff out there that we haven't explored.
Right. So I got a movie for y'all to watch for next week, man.
All right.
It's called Don't Look Up. It's on Netflix.
Don't Look Up.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Okay.
That's DiCaprio, ain't it?
Nah, it's some other. Yeah, I think he in there.
And
DiCaprio.
Rogan, or not Rogan.
Rogan in it is in there.
Rogan?
Yeah, Rogan is in there.
What's the other fat dude?
Whoa.
Jonah Hill, right?
Jonah.
Is he in it?
Jonah.
He's not fat no more.
It's Jonah. It might not be Seth.
Yeah, it's not Rogan. It's Jonah Hill.
Jonah. Yeah.
He's not fat no more either. I'm sorry, Jonah.
And no shaming, no body shaming.
No, not at all.
It's D. Good. what? Don't worry, we'll put the caption.
That's crazy, bro. I just deleted all my social media this week. Anyway.
Well, when he installs it, you know where to find him at.
Oh. All right. But no. Challenge us to watch it. I challenge you guys to watch it.
So it's called Don't Look Up.
Okay.
And I think people will respond like that. Like in this era we in, people just don't give a shit about much. Everything's a joke. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like the Amara crime, Marion, whatever. Everything's a joke. So it's
Icebox?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how you beat it. That's how you beat the variant. You know what I'm saying? But I think it'll be like that. So I would like to go into the water, man. See what's down there.
I think both is crazy because over 95% of the ocean is undiscovered. Which
you don't know what's down there.
That's crazy to me.
So you mentioned that you would want to see the infiniteness of the space, right? Mm-hmm. Well, do you think it's something else out there other than us? Do you think it's a God spark moment that you will see out there that you like, oh, this give me perspective on the world and life, or what?
Listen, I see how mold develops, right? You leave some bread out, let the air hit it, and next thing you know, you start seeing bacteria build up. And next thing you know, it start developing a life form. And you can see the shit on the bread. And you throw the bread out, right? Mm-hmm. So you go out there to outer space where other life forms can live. Let's say Mars, right? It's other life. You can live on Mars. We can live on Mars, right? So that means there's some type of bacteria up there that they had to figure out that can live up there.
Right.
Right. Well, I don't know if we can live in Mars atmosphere without some type of sustaining apparatus or some breathing stuff. I don't know if the atmosphere is for us to breathe.
I got to have Elon on here next. Elon's going to talk to you.
Chime in, Elon.
Elon's going to talk to you.
But it's sustainable, though. It's doable. Let's just say that. It's doable for us to go up there. So
from what they're saying.
So that means it has the atmosphere. The atmosphere has to be something like ours for us to be able to live up there. So we know that we're not the only ones living down here. So we can't be the only ones on this earth if another planet is similar to ours that can have life on there.
Right. Well, I don't know about too much about that Mars thing, man. I don't think the atmosphere has got oxygen in it to sustain us. I think we could make a heliosphere or something living it or something crazy, but I don't know if we can live out in the atmosphere of it. But you know, that those pose bigger questions like is it free will or is it fate, or you know, you just poses bigger. Each question leads to a different question.
If it's sun, water, and trees, then I think we can live out there because the trees is what provide us our oxygen.
I've never seen a photo of a tree on Mars.
Me neither. I never seen too many photos of Mars. Period. Though
they got that drone up there though. You seen little pictures of that before?
Nuh-uh.
There's like you seen those?
It's the red planet. It's like dust.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen that stuff. I'm talking like
no,
really
right or not? Yeah, no trees.
Like, yeah, I haven't seen no trees. I know they say it's water up there, but I don't know if it's like.
So is it free will or fate? So are we down here having our way, or is it a
like this is gonna happen?
Higher power controlling the moves?
What aspect are you talking about?
In life in general, right?
So you switch the subject from that.
Yeah, I'm just transitioning because like I think once we get out into space and we start questioning humanity and our place in the universe, you know, I think it leads to bigger questions. So is it do we got free will? Is it fate? Is everything predisposed? Is it what's going on then? If when we start getting into such grandiose type of questions.
Okay. So I think everything is free will. Mm-hmm. I think when you pass away, it's fate. I think everybody's born with two dates. It's the beginning date and the end date. The end date is your fate. The beginning date starts your free will.
So you think it's already determined the day you're gonna die? That date's already determined?
I think so.
But free will can drive you right into it.
Right.
All right.
Or away from it. Or away from it.
No, I don't think you can avoid your fate.
I think
if it's written, then it's written.
What about you, D?
I'm with you. I think it's a mixture of both. But is it fate that, you know, children are getting cancer and dying? Is that their fate? I feel like that's where it gets a little bit slippery.
Why?
It's a slippery slope because, you know, you have these children that are being born and getting cancer, whatever the case is, and they're dying. And, you know, is that their fate? Is that what they were born here to?
I think it is. I think once you're born into this, everything's on the menu, man. Unfortunately, that's why you blessed to have good days. Everything else, you know, because fate could have had it another way. But
right.
I'm one of the people that I don't know if I believe it's free will, because, you know, you ever played GTA, Grand Theft? You played Grand Theft Auto?
Yeah, absolutely.
And seemingly, you go on there, you can do whatever you want to do. Right? You could run, you could steal a car, you could do all these things. But all of those things you can do were already programmed into that game. Everything that you could think about doing that you wanted to do was pre-programmed into that game.
Right.
So is that free will? Or is that just a developer giving you options and them knowing subsequently what comes after you choose each option?
I think that the developer of the game got that from life lessons and created that. Right. So all the different things that was in that game that you can do came from real life experiences. And I think that when we talking about like free will, we got to go back to the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Like when everything was created, like how everybody made so perfect. Like you can follow this plan right here and you can get into this door, or you can go run free and get into that door. Like it comes back to religion from what you're saying, because you're saying that it's all created.
I'm just saying from a spiritual aspect is, see, just to take it a little deeper, you're saying you could go in that door or that door, but who made the door? Right? Like the option of the door in and of itself is dictated to you. So no matter what door you go through, the door was created for you to go through it. And whatever is on the inside of that door was created for you to experience once you go through it. Mm-hmm. But it was all created.
I feel like that's a little too vague though. The doors, but let's put into example, leaving a bar drunk as shit to drive.
Mm-hmm.
You have the choice to get in your car and drive, or you have the choice to call an Uber or call a friend.
Mm-hmm.
There's different outcomes. You can get in the car, you can crash and die. You can call an Uber, get home safe. You can call a friend and get home safe.
Or you could drive and get home safe. Right?
Absolutely.
Each of those options.
It's choosing a different fate for yourself.
But the possibility of each of those options were created. The possibility of each of those, that's what I'm saying. The possibility of the options were created. If the possibility didn't exist, you couldn't do it.
But it's man-made possibilities, yes. Because man-made liquor.
Okay.
Right? Mm-hmm. If that wasn't there, then that wouldn't even be a possibility. You wouldn't be in a bar drinking.
How did man make it?
I don't know how they made it. You know?
Right. So are these accessories added to the game? Like what do you?
I'm just
it
thinking
came
like
from somewhere.
I'm just thinking like fire, right? You can get burnt from fire that man made. If a plane could crash, stuff that man made. So it's like the more stuff that we creating, the more risk is that we taking. So it's hard to kind of gauge exactly what's free will and what's not, what's already been premeditated, what's already been designed for us.
Mm-hmm.
But that's when you go off of faith. It's like you gotta believe in stuff that you can't see. It's like
all the time.
You know you got a brain, but you ain't never seen your brain.
Right.
But you believe it's there. You believe that it's functioning at a high level.
I know it's not an easy question to answer.
Right.
I asked you guys this for a reason. I watched this movie this week.
Okay.
This is based on a movie. I gather it's from a movie. It was called Jeff Who Lives at Home, starring what's the dude? Jason Segel.
Okay.
He was in How I Met Your Mother and a couple other movies, and it's worth a watch.
Okay.
Worth a watch. So the basis is this right here: fate or free will.
Yeah, I think every option has already been pre-programmed, so it's already built in. You feel like you're in control. You got a part to play in it, right? But we in one big ant farm.
I don't think it's. I think a lot of the stuff that's man-made start to look like a simulation, like we in a simulation because it's man-made. Like working a 9 to 5, that's man-made. It's like you're in a simulation. You get up, you do the same thing every single day.
Every day.
It's like you take a lunch here, you go on break here, you start here, you end here. It's like it's the same thing every day. That becomes a simulation. That's man-made. That's not how God put us down here. That's not what He put us down here to do. It's like we it's like still water. Like I get better results when I'm moving around. Like,
right.
I'm a person if I'm in the world, I can accomplish anything. But when I start sitting still, it's like well,
I think that's the law of attraction for anything. If you just get to moving and you get in your space, it'll come to you. Mm-hmm. The simulation opens up more opportunities to you to take advantage of.
So you saying simulation? I don't think it's. I think the man-made stuff is a simulation, but I think the God-made stuff is your faith in Him creating everything and not questioning what He created.
Right, but that's evolution, though, right? If you put people in a pod for long enough, they'll evolve into something. It's just society, and over time things evolve and they change and they change. And I think you get back to this place either way. I think you get back to working and jobs and all. I think there's no iteration of a society of people evolving where it doesn't look like this. It doesn't, because everybody's not a chief. Mm-hmm. Everybody's not a leader. Everybody's not a builder. Everybody's not a. So, it was a topic that I didn't put anything, but I wanted to get into it one time before but entrepreneurship versus working, and everybody wants to be an entrepreneur because it sounds great, right. But everybody's not built for that aspect of the game.
That's because we the only species on Earth that don't live up to its standards. We don't work hard. You see ants, they doing ants every day. They working as hard as they can. You see lions. You see any other species that's doing them 100%. We are the only ones that got the option to say, I'm gonna be lazy today, or I'm not gonna do this.
Well, I mean, everybody can't though, right?
Everybody can, but they just don't want to.
I don't think everybody can do everything. I don't. I truly don't believe it. I don't think everybody can do it. So I watch a lot of the self-help gurus and all of that stuff, and they feed this concept of entrepreneurship and you can be this or you can be that. Somebody can't. They can't. Like, play catch with a man with no hands. Try it. Try it. Like, play catch. He can't. Can't. So
I'm talking about if they physically able, mentally able.
Some people don't have a mental aptitude to run a business.
No, I agree with that, but that don't mean that they can't. They can't learn it.
Some people don't have the mental aptitude to do it. Like, some people aren't great readers. You could put a book in front, you could try. I'm not a great reader. I'm just not. I don't have the desire to do it. I can't do it. Some people aren't great speakers. Some people aren't great at math. And you can try to beat that concept into, like, look, just do this, do this, do this. They're not. Some people aren't great at school. They're great at other things. Right? They're great at other things, but they aren't great at this. So the attributes that it takes to be great at business, like the biggest attribute I think in business that's required is that everybody overlooks because it's counter to what it seems, is selflessness. Everybody wants to be the boss.
Right.
But they don't accept that the boss means everybody gets paid before you. They want the boss, they want the house, they want people, yes, no, yeah, you're that guy. But they don't want the responsibility of you're not getting paid today because you had to make payroll. Your vendors or your customers, everybody's slow to pay, but these people still have to eat, and you got to pay them.
Right.
They don't want that responsibility. That's part and parcel for the job or the role, the title. And I think everybody's not capable of having that level of understanding. I think it's very few people who do it. And so what right now, in the workforce, what you have is a bunch of people wanting to be a boss. I want to be the boss. It's like the movie The Longest Yard, where the guy was like at Adam Sandler's neck, like, I want to be the quarterback. Why can't I be the quarterback? Let me be the quarterback. Let me be the quarterback.
Right.
You give him the ball and he throw the fucking duck like 2 yards, and you're like, that's why you can't be the quarterback, man.
But see, what you're saying, I think is something. I think that we evolved into what you're saying. I think if you go back through history, we was all capable of doing everything that you're saying. But I think that the way that we are raised determines how we gonna be when we get later on in life.
I see you about to go in, D. Let me get him one time.
Finish him.
Hold on,
Listen.
hold on. Let me explain it to you.
All right, go ahead.
Because a million years ago, all the tools that we have now wasn't available then, right?
Right.
So you had to be more creative. You had to be a construction worker without being a construction worker. If you wanted to build a house or build some type of sanctuary that's going to protect you from the outside elements, right? If you got sick, you had to be creative. You had to figure out which tree I need to go to heal this, or which leaf or which whatever I need to heal me. Food. Okay, this is the animals I can't eat. This is what I can't eat. These was all CEOs of their life back then, right? Now, as we started to evolve, the more technology came, the lazier that we got because it made things a lot easier for us. Now I don't got to get up and turn the TV. I can just press this button.
Right.
Or I ain't got to go over to my friend's house now. I could just call him on the cell phone.
Right.
Like, it made us more and more lazier as we evolved.
Right.
So if we wouldn't have took that technology route, it would have been way more CEOs. It would have been way more people that can think on that high level because you would have been raised to think on that high level.
See, I think I like your point, but I think it's the absolute opposite. I think technology has made everybody think that they could be the boss. It made everybody think that they could be the boss. And I think other times back when it took actual skills and putting those skills in play, it separated the wheat from the chaff, right? Because it's always going to be somebody better. If you go 600 years ago. Say we were still out, say 1,000 years ago, and we were out still having the typical communities, hunter-gatherers. You got hunters, you got builders, you got people who were the masters of their skill. I'm a good hunter. I can hunt and go catch food. You may not be as good as hunting as me.
Right.
But now I got all the food. But you still want to eat. So in exchange for this piece of meat, this is what I need you to do for me.
That comes down to you the skillful hunter. I'm the skillful construction worker.
Right.
Right.
But this is what I'm saying. That's the point I'm making. It turned into barterism, right? So what's a value more? So whoever was good at what they were good at created more value. If us eating was the biggest determining factor for our survival, and I'm the greatest hunter, then I am Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos. I'm the wealthiest man in this tribe because I got all the meat. I got all the food. So I'm that guy. And at every level of evolution, you're gonna have that guy. Society and technology has kind of countered Darwinism, right?
Right.
Where natural selection don't take place no more. You got a lot of people who, if left to natural selection, they probably be gone. If we were in the days where stepping on a rusty nail would kill you, there's quite a few million people that'd probably be gone. But those people now are on social media and they like, I can be a boss. Look, he's a boss. I can be a boss. I think that's what you have now.
But these are the people that's on social media that haven't been groomed to be a boss.
But
they see it all.
But that's what I'm saying.
But
that's what I'm saying to you.
Point I'm making,
even back then, people knew the limits of their skill sets. If I was 5'9" and only could lift 30 pounds, I know I'm not going to be the best builder, but I might be the best shoemaker or the best cobbler, right? I could be a cobbler. I got a role to play. But then you got other people who are intellectually superior who say, I'm good at math and measuring and all of the other great things.
And you come back to why they are is because they were groomed to be that.
No, I disagree. I adamantly I think some people are prodigies. Some people have absolute skill sets to do certain things.
I believe it's prodigies out here where people are like just crazy, like just the best in whatever field they in, right? That's just how we design. But I think as a child, the way you are groomed is the way that you're going to conduct yourself when you get older.
Well, I heard that the reason why in elementary school and middle school and even some in high school you're doing, the math, the social studies, science, math, music is to see what niche this child's going to fall into to succeed, not succeed, but to follow that path.
What's their talent?
The rest of their life. What's their talent? Yeah.
Because I just think everybody doesn't have it. Everybody's great at something. Everybody's not great at everything.
Right.
And you have very few people that are just good at adapting and being great at a lot of things.
Everything.
And those people become the masters or the leaders of other people. You know what I'm saying? I think those people become leaders of other people. But when you create a society where it's voyeurism and we just looking, everybody thinks that they can be the leaders of other people. It's not tangible. So now you see the workforce and nobody wants to work because I can be a boss. But they don't know about paying payroll taxes, about paying insurance and paying workers' comp and running your payroll and all of the other millions of things, accounting, all the things that it takes to run a business. Everybody's like, I could be that. I could be the boss. I can do it. Look, it's on my phone. Everybody's doing it. I can do it. And I think that's a fallacy. I think
that's technology, though. That's technology saying.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the evolution of people giving people and technology contributing and making people think that that it's simpler than it is. Whereas in prior times, the people that were titans of industry were exceptional.
Right.
It's like we accepted. It was okay to accept that this person is one of the 5% of people that are great.
You go back and you start to figure out why they were exceptional, and it's because they've been groomed that way. They had access to the higher education. They had access to the higher level items that these people may not be allowed to see or allowed to use.
But I bring people to you that didn't have that still were exceptional. Frederick Douglass, born a slave, still was exceptional. You know what I mean? It's other people that were still exceptional. W.E.B. Du Bois, exceptional.
I know.
It's like everybody can't be exceptional. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just believe it's a fact. Everybody can't be great at certain things. Could they be great at other things? Sure. Are some people there just to fill the gap? Yes. Does that mean that they're not great for them? No. It's like the question we had, what is success? Right? Like what is success? What determines your worth? What determines your worth? Is it being the boss? I'm of the belief that you can't be a good leader unless you can be a good follower. Unless you can you can't be a good number one unless you can be a good number two. Because that's where you're gonna learn the skills and attributes that it takes to be a good number one. You know what I mean? Heavy is the head that wears the crown. It's people. You think it's easy being the boss, but when you see all of the issues and the problems that come with that, it's like, do you want that? Most people like, I didn't want all of that. I just wanted this. It's the same with money. People see money and they're like, I want the money.
Right.
Do you want the tax issues? Do you want the family issues?
But that goes back to my point I was making on the last podcast about homeowners. The people just buying the house just to buy the house. They're not thinking about all the other stuff.
Just to live comfortably.
So I get what you're saying. I'm just saying that the evolution of that titans of industry, or those titans of industry, started from a titan.
All right. So my question to Trump is, and it's just a single question. We can move on. Do you think everyone could be a titan? Everyone could be groomed to be a titan?
Yes.
Okay.
If you catch them young enough, when their brain is still developing into, in their brain's most developmental stages, yes.
Okay. That's what do you agree with that, Dave?
I do.
Yeah, I adamantly disagree. We try to keep this thing in a moderate time, like just to get y'all into some of the behind scenes conversations that we have. We want to keep this thing down. We want to keep our time right. We want to keep you guys engaged. But some of the shit Trump is saying, it just makes me go further and further into the conversation. So we want to know what you all think. Tap in below. Let us know what you think. Do you think that everybody can be anything? That's just the nuts and bolts of it, right?
Hey,
yeah.
he tried blaming you on that.
I
He
know.
over here talking to
it's
himself.
Cool. It's cool.
He's done. He's cooked. You know what I mean? But, and I think as we go on into this podcast, Dev, I think people, create perceptions and perspectives of each of us.
Right.
So
For sure.
what's a misconception you think people may have of you?
Of me? I don't know. People think I'm the quiet guy with no opinions so far. Right. That's cool. That's
right.
cool. Nah, I'm very opinionated. I got my own thoughts. Obviously, absorbing what you guys are telling me as men who have been in business for years and years, and myself, creeping into that world. But I'm very opinionated. Don't think I'm not. I talk some shit.
Talks a lot of shit.
Off the record. But I just think I'm more of a person to observe and learn when I'm supposed to. When I'm in a room where I'm supposed to be influencing and teaching, I could do that as well. So It's all about adapting.
Trump, what you think?
The biggest misconception of me is that when people come up to me, they think that I want to talk about business all the time. Like, they always want to.
That's not a misconception. You're right. He wants to talk about business all the time.
Nah.
It don't matter where I'm at.
Talk.
If I see somebody, they want to come up and talk business to me. And it's like, I don't always want to talk about business.
Sometimes you want to talk about Jordan and LeBron.
I'm just telling you all, he does want to talk about business.
I don't always want to talk about business.
Got some money for me, boy.
Always.
I like to have fun. I like to laugh and joke and be silly and, do other things. But everybody that meet me out in public that I never met before, they come up and say, hey, how's business? Let's talk about some business. What kind of advice you got for me on business? It's like, man, they ain't. That's not all that I'm about.
Right.
It's more to me than that. And
Absolutely,
I think that's
sir.
the biggest misconception. It's like, man, sometimes I don't even want to talk about business. Sometimes I'm having a bad day, or I'm just like business and beat me up, and I don't want
Right.
to talk about it.
It'd be like that.
Right.
What's up with you, T?
Well, to piggyback, I think Trump is one of the most competitive people I ever met. I would say that. Like, he's one of the, hands down, one of the most competitive people I ever met.
Absolutely, sir.
Dealt with. Like, oh man. But I think one of the misconceptions of me is that I don't know. I don't know what y'all think of me, man, to tell you the truth. Like, I never think about what people think of me.
That's the thing, yeah.
But
I had to
I
pick
think
something.
some people may think I think I know it all. And really I'm the complete opposite. I just accept what I don't know. And I formulate my opinions based off of that. Look, he's looking at me like I'm bullshit.
He is nigga-damus.
No. Listen, I think that's probably the biggest thing is that I'm egotistical a little bit, maybe. That people think that
though.
people think that my ego runs me, and it just doesn't. You know, I'm pretty humble, and you know, I listen. I talk a lot, but I do listen a lot, and take in a lot of information. But I think that's the biggest thing is that T's overbearing. That my personality can be overbearing, but I'm a person that likes to challenge people. I like to challenge the status quo and the thought process and say, you know, and I play devil's advocate. You know, sometimes I might agree, but I want to know why you agree, why you think that, and I just think, you know, that type of discourse helps everybody to understand each other better. You know what I mean? If nobody's challenging you, then you thinking everything you think is right.
That's right, yeah.
And that's dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Close
Yeah,
minds.
he got that bullshit. Look at me like, yeah, you bullshit.
He's Paul Mooney. This is what was his name on there? Was
Nicodemus.
Nicodemus?
Nicodemus,
Yes,
man.
yes.
No,
Yes.
you know what?
Ask Nicodemus.
Listen, if I don't know it, I'll tell you I don't know. I'll tell you I ain't certain. But I try to educate myself on a lot of stuff so I can formulate an opinion.
Right.
And it's solely for formulating an opinion. I read a whole lot, man. I read a whole lot of different stuff about a lot of different stuff. About many things, just so I can formulate an opinion. And that's all. So I'm highly opinionated, but not egotistical. That's what I say.
Yeah. I am competitive too.
You ain't competitive about babysitting that drink.
Yeah, he babysitted that. He not a competitive drinker. That's for damn sure.
No. That's if it was like who can drink this the fastest, then I might win that.
See, that's what I thought week one when we introduced this part of the podcast. I thought it was a
You just
contest.
Listen, I knew Trump was competitive, right? I think your son was playing basketball, and I came to it. And Trump was like, he was one of them dads. He was one of them guys. Like, listen, you got to get down, bang him, box out. Trump's son like 5. He like 3 foot nothing. He looked at his dad like that. These other kids that hit their little growth spurt already. He like 7. He like, no, you stronger. Box him out. Put your hands up. I'm like, man, this dude is so competitive. It's crazy, man.
Man, you gotta want to win, man. I want to win.
And unluckily, I hurt my Achilles. I was gonna smoke him one day.
Nah.
Right? Tell you the story, and we can cap it out. I ruptured my Achilles.
Yep, I crossed
Hooping.
him.
It was a non-contact injury. So we shooting around. I feel my Achilles pop. Oh shit! What is that? Yeah, it snapped. I'm like, I'm hurting a little bit. I'm like, so I pack up. I head to the doctor. But prior to that, he and I we getting ready to run this next game. So as guys come up and down the court, we shooting in between. We doing a little one-on-one in between. Mm-hmm. So I see his style of play. I see, he pretty strong. He's about 6'1", 6'2". Elevation, moderate. I ain't worried about him elevating. So we going back and forth. He get a bucket, 2 buckets. I get a bucket. I can see when I get a bucket, but I can see the temperature rising. Mm-hmm. Every bucket I get, his temperature rising a little bit. The defensive pressure get a little stronger.
Right.
I don't want you to get another bucket. So I got to go into my bag of tools now. in between that, we never got to play a real strong 1-on-1 because my Achilles popped. Yeah, on a not like I said, just dribbling, non-contact play. Don't believe any story that you ever hear of somebody saying that they took me up top.
So I heard you just lost. You lost 3-2 then. That's what I just heard.
No, you didn't hear.
We played for real though.
No, we didn't.
Not 1-on-1 though, but we played in that. Where did we go? Lifetime.
At the Lifetime.
Yeah, but I got to see his game then though. Got to see my game then.
So look,
it wasn't really like a real.
The team was we had ill team players. He
wasn't at the NBA level yet.
No, listen, it was listen. I'm a team player.
Right.
I'm a true team player. So depending on the talent of my squad, I can play any role. If I got somebody who's just a great scorer, now I'm a facilitator. Then I'm getting you to rock. I'm just about to. Create space, get you in your prime spots to get a bucket, set a pick. I'm one of those guys. If we need rebounds, I get down there. If we need somebody just to control the tempo, I do that. Now, if we need scoring, I can do that. I can ISO. I can do what I need to do. But Trump, score.
Give me the ball. You want to
give me the ball and move.
Give me the ball.
Everybody get up out
move. Here. You know what I mean? So I saw his game. You know what I'm saying? And I'm healed up. I'm stretching it, getting back in shape and everything. We will revisit this
soon.
You know.
And Shank too. I played him like 4 times. I beat him all 4 times too. You know. He don't want to admit that though, but I beat him all 4 times.
You're gonna have to clip this one.
Listen, they don't want to play with me. They don't want to play with me. The basketball IQ is too high, and the fact that he dislikes Harden, I was smoking. Cause I got the sleepy old man game, man.
You model your game after Harden. I already know you.
No, I'm more. I model my game after Mike once he got about 38, and he couldn't do all the things he used to do physically anymore. That's me. Right. So the mid range is me. The 3-point is me. You know, first step I can get you, but I'm trying to step back and pull one. That's all.
Pause.
Yeah, pause. I hate that pause shit too. I hate that shit. I hate the pause thing.
Okay.
That's cool.
No, listen. Listen. I hate the pause.
Fired up.
No, look. I hate the pause thing because I'm a grown ass man and I'm not thinking about any other shit. Put it like that. Not to offend anybody, but I'm not thinking about any other extra shit. So I hate even having to contemplate that when I'm talking or thinking like, oh, that might sound. It's not that. Like I ain't even thinking about that. I
ain't saying like that. I was just like, pause, like you're done. You were done.
Oh, it was a pause for being done?
You were done.
Oh, it wasn't like a
not like
Cameron pause.
Like a Harlem.
No. Harlem pause.
No,
Yo, B pause.
Not one of those pause. We'll get it.
Blizzy pause.
No. Just pause. You're done. You're cut off. No more.
All right.
No more. Yeah,
I'm happy.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Hey, man, we appreciate you guys tuning in with us today.
Yes.
I know we got into a lot. Like, comment, smash that subscribe button.
And listen, comment back because the feedback that we get from you all, it helps.
Yes.
You know, craft the subject matter. And it just makes the show better. Let us know.
Let us know. All of y'all.
If you think Trump is crazy, that's cool. I'm a smash like on all your comments and run them up. You know what I mean? And
if you agree with T, I'm going to unfollow you. You know, I'm going to block you on all social media platforms.
Yeah, you're about to be in your DMs.
Let us know what y'all think, though. We covered some pretty interesting topics today. And as you can see, we now the type of people that's going to just to agree. We're going to have our different opinions on everything. And that's what makes us who we are. So what's y'all opinion on our topics?
Yeah, and we will be bringing some guests in, man. Fat Boo, come on.
Soon.
I play it, man.
Yeah.
Soon. All right, fellas, put them up. Absolutely, sir.
Absolutely, sir. Episode 6 out.
We out.